All right, so the largest bag I got from Bricks and Minifigs, I was able to fit this whole school set in there. They had thrown this on top of the piles on one of the tables, and I was like, oh, don't break that up yet. I will get it into a bag. So I did, and I had a lot of this stuff snapped together into blocks and stuffed into the classrooms. But I grabbed this, and I like the fact that it's got these 8x16 tan plates, so I'm going to trade them out for these blue ones, which matches the blue in the school. That way I've got 4 new plates, and I've got the majority, like 90% of the school building, which I was thinking of picking up anyway. So, win-win. So I'm starting this train yard. I was going to build 6 new Mills plates, but then I figured I already had 4 done and 1 started. So I think I'm going to lay this out, but it's going to tear these plates off the tops of these, and then redo the bricks inside to overlap to support it, and then lay out the track and figure out if I want to do it in all dark gray or if I want to mix in some light gray or green. Might try to make a grass patch in the corner, or maybe a lighter patch for a gravel road or a building, because this is going to kind of come up this way. This may not even be part of it. We'll see how it lays out on the plates. All right, got the 6 plates laid out. Got all my 2 brick high supports in. I did 2x8s where the plates attach, and then 2x4s along the joints, and then everything else is 2x2. And then the middle here, these 2 sections where there's 4 plates attaching, I put these big old style 4x10 and 4x12 bricks down. So next is to get, well, we'll put the track on it, and then we'll figure out what plates we need, because I figured I could use miscolored plates under the track where you're not going to see any of it if it doesn't matter. Got most of the plating down, reinforced with a lot of extra blocks underneath. Got the track down, used the gray on most of it, kind of mixed in some of the older and the lighter, darker grays. Did have 2 tracks here where I can put in the black. You're not going to see it under the bouse track. So turned out pretty good. I've got some gray plates left, but I'm going to leave this corner for right now, because I may make that light gray or green depending on what I decide to do with that corner of the board. But I did go ahead and put it in overlapping to make it an even 2x3 base plates, or else it'd just be too hard to move with that corner missing. But yeah, feel good about the way it is. Feels good and sturdy. It's basically one giant base plate. Overlapping bricks and plates. Use some 4x12s in there, kind of different ways, so you can tell where the plates meet. The base plates meet. I overlap these plates and the bricks, give it a good sturdy feel. All right, well, I'll play around with this for a little bit, start putting some tiles, plates underneath it for that finishing ballast look. And then I think this afternoon we'll head over to Madhouse, see what he's got. I need some more 2x2s. I've run out, used the hundreds I had. So that's what we're gonna get into next. All right, got this done. Got plates down where I needed them. The ones in the middle, didn't care what color they were. I used up what the TRIXBRIX ballasting they sent me for the straight track. You can see down here at the end, a couple of plates just to tie in the track to the Mills plate. I will say the Lego track, when it lays down on this, It's a nice fit, but it's very loose. So don't want to glue it because I want to be able to pull it up like I did these other parts. But just to be known, it's loose. So we needed this piece at the end definitely to hold it down. But yeah, just put the plates down, little ballasting printed parts. Then the track sits on top of that. Nice clean finish. And on the inside of here, I got a bunch of just random colored tiles laid out in the middle of the track. And then on the sides, did a bunch of dark gray tiles just wherever they were needed. Rise it up, match the rest of the ballasting. All right, got all the trussels in. Just kind of wanted to show what that looked like. Real nice, clean finish look. Kind of put in as many small parts as you can on the switches, but yeah, it's looking good. Like I said, I might pull these gray plates out, put something in the corner. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to clean off this table, put all this bulk back, and then get the train shop out on the table with this and some more track and kind of see how it's going, see where I feel the layout's going to be. Also, how much more track do I need to do for the rest of the yard? Because I think this may become an outside loop like return line. This will go to the train shop. This is going to be a dead end or storage. This will go in front, so this will become the inside line. We're going to need one more row. We'll see how that goes then. All right, so when I put the switch yard next to the train shop, I've realized they're the same width. This isn't going to work. I'm going to end up having to build an extension, or I'm going to end up having to do another switch plate for this, so it comes off the outside line. So this is going to end up being probably 3 storage lines, and then if I want to make this on the outside loop, I got to move this up. Still need filler in here. So still some more planning, still some more work to do. All right, so I figured out how to make this nice S-curve. It's got 2 R40s, 2 R56, 2 straights, and then one of these little pieces in there, flex track. That makes a nice connection. There's no stress on it, and it lines up here on this end, lines up on that end. But it's going to take another bunch of plates. So I think I'm going to ballast this section of track, but I'm not going to make a Mills plate for it yet. It might just be something that we'll kind of lay down and see if we can't space it in between other buildings. Might do something with like a road crossing. I'm not sure if this is a true 45. We'll have to look at that and see how it lines up. But I've decided, I think back here, I'm going to change this corner out for light gray and maybe some green plates in here, and I'm going to make this the switch yard or the switch tower for these. And we'll put some detail in, and I don't know, old style watering tank, or look at what we've got from the cargo train packs, maybe put in one of the, like a loading station or something for some of the train cars. So I'm gonna play around with that after I clean all this up. Oh, and I went to Madhouse, got another block of bricks. It's not bad. If we do it this way, I counted over 420 2x2 bricks in here. $20 bag, so it brings them down to about 4 cents a brick, which is not bad. It's what you're going to pay on BrickLink or from Lego plus shipping. So, well, making progress. All right, got that S curve done. It is ballast, and I was gonna say these smaller wing parts. These smaller wing parts I'm using to fill in the gaps here. They don't stick a lot very well inside of those curves, so I always put tape on the back of mine. That way I don't have to glue it, but it still stays in there. And then got the little wooden trusses on the top. So we're looking good. This piece is ready to go. As far as that one went there. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to stick this down or anything, but I'm glad I made it because now I know it can go from the 4th to the 1st rail. I might try to do another one of these with a switch right here just to see where it ends up. See how that plans out. All right, so here's the first Mills plate I did with the R56 on the outside of the R40, and looking pretty good. Nice and smooth. Didn't need too many parts more than what I took off from the second R40 that was already on here. So I reused most of the parts, add a few more, and this is what you get. Nice and clean. Well, I tried to build another 2x2 Mills plate for the double track that's doing the double curve. So it'll be a 40 and a 56 off a double straight with the crossover. But halfway through I'm out of blocks again. I mean, these things are really block intensive, especially doing them too high like I do, but I like the depth when I do the terrain. So I don't know, I could take that one apart, finish this one, maybe make a pond or something in this one, make it deeper. I feel like I had one that already had a pond in the corner that went with the Slytherin station layout, but I can't find it. So I'm wondering if I didn't break it down already to build the 2x3 I've got with the T junction in it. But that's where we're at now. We're working on it. All right, got most of this corner Mills plate laid out. Got the track sorted out, the right pieces to where they match up in the right spots. Looks like it's going to be mostly tan. Plates underneath the tracks don't matter. That's why they're black and yellow and pink. And then, yes, I will be doing some sort of a pond there in the corner. I may even make it a river. I don't know. I got enough of a base plate I could do it in the middle and make it line up with the other river from like the Fantasy Forest or something. I'll look into that. Maybe I'll make a part I can interchange in and out if I want to use it. The river part, who knows. But yeah, I realized my mistake. I should have ordered 2 of these left switches from TRIXBRIX, because the first half of this 3D print, like here over, is the same thing for the R40, and I've got the adapter parts in that bag, but I did not get the second switch. So I've already cut this Lego switch. I'm just going to butcher it back. Another 4 studs here, and it's not going to line up right, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this probably 1/4 inch here and there just so it lays flat. And then, yeah, I'll get around to ballasting it and putting the tiles under there. And then we'll add some greenery and make it look real nice. But we'll get around to that tomorrow. So this is the connection This is the LEGO R40 left switch, their standard print, and I end up cutting this chunk off the end here so that, well, it would have been there, the TRIXBRIX crossover could match up correctly for the layout. So like I said earlier, I should have got the TRIXBRIX R40 left turn would have fit in here because it goes side by side with this left 56 radius turn. So obviously I did not pick up on that. I don't think they specified that you needed this also to make this work perfectly. But then also this could be a switch without a switch here. So, you know, that's on me. But I already had a couple of these butchered from where I was making these 45s. So I just figured I'd cut more off. So I'll put a picture of the saw I picked up from Lowe's. It's just a little fine tooth hand saw they recommended for smaller jobs, thinner plastic. It worked out really well. I actually got a pretty nice cut. Not on here, I didn't care, but on the inside of those, it actually did really well. And a little sandpaper. And I get this off. You can see I actually cut, through the length of half a stud there. It was pretty good. So that's that done. Also took the extra track off here and here on the 45. This ended up being a little bit of a gap. But I got the track to settle down. And another thing I was realizing was the tolerances on the plastic. Like here, this is 2 pieces of R40 track. I end up having to separate the brown bricks there so the tracks could relax. If I try to put a 2x4 in here, it was too much tension pulling together, and this end was not laying flat at all. So that was something else I came across, especially with these TRIXBRIX. These, what are these? These are the ones that done like Lego. They're, you know, the injected plastic molding. They're pretty good. These 3D printed ones though, the tolerance for the studs is very low. I have not broken that many brittle brown plates in a long time. I mean, I must have thrown away 20 of them just where I was trying to get one to snap over both ends of these tracks. Well, this is Lego, but down here where these 3D printed pieces match. So that was something else I had to play around with. But other than that, overall, I think this looks real good. I'm going to finish up tiling the water, and I did put this where it was 8/16 on the center and 8 to match up with the other water plates I made for the forest, so that way I can integrate this if I want to, or integrate those into this layout if I want to. So that's it. I think I'm gonna be done for this video. Get a good away picture there. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like, consider subscribing. Definitely helps the channel grow, and we'll see you on the next one.